We were robbed of two sequels to this chilling 2000s thriller starring Kevin Costner as a serial killer. Academy Award-winning film legend Kevin Costner has taken on a variety of interesting roles throughout his decades-spanning career, with the actor/director being known for his selective nature when it comes to the roles and projects he takes on. Costner has never starred in or directed a sequel to one of his films. We're not counting the Horizon films, as that is a planned four-part saga, and his brief cameo in Justice League is archival footage. He nearly made an exception to the rule with his 1992 smash hit, The Bodyguard, which was intended to star Princess Diana prior to her tragic passing in 1997. Costner again came close to making a sequel to his 2007 film Mr. Brooks, a dark thriller that saw the actor flex his acting chops with a role that steered away from his usual charming good guy persona. Mr. Brooks is easily Kevin Costner's most underrated film, and it's a shame that this planned trilogy never saw the light of day. Mr. Brooks follows successful and well-liked businessman Earl Brooks, Costner, who has two personalities constantly at war with one another. One is the content family man, a loving husband and father to his wife Emma, Mark Helgenberger, and college student daughter, Jane, Danielle Panabaker, while the other harbors a nasty thirst for blood, personified by Marshall William Hurt, the sadistic alter ego that brings out Mr. Brooks' murderous impulses. When Brooks is blackmailed with incriminating photos by a curious photographer, Mr. Smith, Dane Cook, the duplicitous businessman is forced to appease the voyeur by showing him the ins and outs of his secret life, all the while reckoning with his daughter having the same tendencies. Released in the summer of 2007 amidst a slew of blockbusters such as Pirates of the Caribbean, At World's End, and Shrek the Third. Mr. Brooks didn't exactly light the box office on fire. Taking $28.5 million domestically against a budget of $20 million before advertising. The film was also far from a critical darling, sporting a lukewarm 58% on Rotten Tomatoes. This led to Mr. Brooks largely fading into obscurity despite being a genuinely great film. Mr. Brooks is a twisty, exhilarating thriller that sees Kevin Costner step into a very different type of role, and he plays both sides of the character brilliantly. Earl is both a likable family man and a terrifying, cold-blooded murderer, giving him a deeper complexity than Costner's other characters, who are usually the straight and narrow hero archetype. It's captivating to see the operations of a conflicted psychopath and how he handles both his personal and both sides of his professional life. In the vein of Dexter Morgan, whose own television series was immensely popular when Mr. Brooks debuted. Couple that with some solid tension and familial drama surrounding Brooks and his daughter Jane, and you've got one of the more compelling additions to the serial killer subgenre, which ruled Hollywood in the late 90s and 2000s. Two sequels to Mr. Brooks were in development, but canceled. Mr. Brooks concludes with the titular protagonist's daughter, Jane, slitting her father's throat, watching him bleed out as she takes his glasses and puts them on her face. It was a moment resembling a strange passing of the torch between father and daughter. However, the ending is quickly revealed to be a nightmare that Mr. Brooks is having. While the ending might have been stronger had Jane simply killed her father and took the reins of the series going forward, this clearly wasn't intended to be the last time audiences got to see Earl Brooks in action. Director and co-writer Bruce A. Evans, in his eye-opening interview with Bloody Disgusting, states that the sequel would have involved Mr. Brooks' fascination with Demi Moore's Detective Atwood, the woman pursuing Mr. Brooks and Mr. Smith throughout the film. Evans goes on to discuss that the third film in the canceled Mr. Brooks trilogy would have revolved around the strained relationship between Jane Brooks and her father, with Jane framing him for a murder he didn't commit, and would have possibly concluded with Earl driving both himself and his daughter off a pier, ending both of their lives. However, both sequels were merely a pipe dream for Evans and co-writer Reynold Gideon, as neither sequel ever made it to the page. But why didn't these sequels ever see the light of day? The primary reason for the Mr. Brooks trilogy never getting past the idea phase came down to the muddled, tangled web of rights issues that plagued the film, as Evans told Bloody Disgusting. Mr. Brooks initially had a sole financier backing the film, but the rights were later sold off to several investors, so it quickly became unclear as to who actually owned the film, complicating the legal process involved in getting a sequel made. There was also the matter of the film's underwhelming box office performance, killing what could have been an excellent continuation to one of Costner's most underrated movies.